Can you guys hear me okay? I can hear you, Carter. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good
All
deal.
good.
Can you guys in the chat hear us? Oh, they're slow to respond. Can you guys hear me okay?
Seem to be doing good on my end.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You
Pause 10
things.
seconds.
See, have they answered us yet?
Yeah. Yes, yep. Yes, sir. We can hear you, BBD, yes.
All right, good deal. And you can hear Carter okay. I guess so. What's going on, Carter?
Oh, shoot. Not much, man. Just sitting here licking my wounds.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of wounds to lick. Which one you want to start with? The score, 35-13. That's okay. We licked that one. Let's see, 13 in a row. There, that one's licked. Alabama still sucks. That one's licked. I better be quiet. I'm sitting right in the damn devil's den, so to speak. Oh, God. Here's Bama Marine.
Yeah.
Do you think we should let
That's
Marine?
13s.
You think we should let Marine in here to gloat, or should we keep him out there in the chat for a while?
I mean, I do think Marine, if we would have won that game and he was doing the live stream, I think he'd let us gloat. I think he would. He's an honorable person, I think.
Yeah, well, probably if we won, he'd probably have a damn stroke.
Well, I'm sure he would have, but I think he would have at least. I think he would have told us congrats. I don't know. I would think he would. We don't know because it hasn't happened since we've known him.
Yeah, that's right.
Same with Lawtide. I mean, what kind of video would Lawtide have made, you know?
Yeah, it would have been a good one. I'm sure.
Especially with you there in the background.
Man, believe it or not, I was actually envisioning bouncing around Lawtide's house last night and him shutting me up and tackling me and, all kinds of visions of whatever that Christmas thing is, visions of plum roses or whatever the hell they are in my head. But that didn't happen.
No.
And here we are again with another freaking lost Alabama.
It's fun to dream, though, huh?
I reckon that's the only way we're going to get a win, I guess, is if we dream about it. Well, let's talk about those whatever it was you said. Those wounds that need to be licked. Which ones you want to lick next? You with me? Hello, Carter. Shit. Well, I don't know what happened to Carter. So it's just you and me, guys. I guess first of all, let me say hello to everybody. Dave Knox, hello. Matt Doomit, Shoot 'em. Chandler Davis, the General, Paul Warren. Let me go back here. Bama Marine. Bama Marine. Nick Davis. Comics Brand. AJT Comics Brand. Hoss, my boy Hoss. Devils times 4. Balls for Life 16. And if I missed you, tell me about it. And I'll say hello to you. I see everybody. I just, sometimes I don't see you. Checking I'm trying to, once again, post my PayPal link in the description. I don't think I got it right. But you guys check it and see what's going on there. So, other than Bama Marine, what other fans do we have in here of Alabama that would like to take this opportunity to gloat? Damn it. Let's see. I don't know what happened to Carter. I don't know if he got hit by a truck or if he's sitting in the waiting room waiting for me to let him in. Yep. There you are. What happened to you?
I hit the leave button on accident.
Oh, okay. What's up, Straight Chuck? Man, damn, I ain't seen you in 5 minutes. But last time I saw Straight Chuck, he was bigger than the rock. He must be bigger than the whole damn mountain now.
Oh, boy.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Dude, I don't know. Should we talk about that disaster?
Well,
I'll tell you one thing. We don't have a damn quarterback.
Yeah, we do. He's just getting injured all the time.
Yeah, and I've seen some people say that if he has another concussion, he's out for the rest of the year. Is that like a rule or something? I don't know about.
Hell, I don't know. If he has another concussion, he may be out till they pull him out of the damn morgue. I mean, he's just getting murdered every week.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I know. I will say this. Yeah, General. I mean, heck of all. I don't think we're going to win another game without Maurer.
I don't think it's that bad.
Well, okay. If JG's our starter, I don't feel good about any game left on our schedule. Not one.
Look at this shit. No, I'm not. Marine just sent me a picture of him smoking his cigar at the stadium. Okay, I'll do this. Look at this shit. Oops. There's Bama Marine smoking his little cigar at the stadium after the game. You know, for Bama Marine, he should have got some of them little slim things. The little girly cigars that come 20 to a pack like a cigarette. I shouldn't be talking shit. Well, you're awful quiet tonight.
I'm reading comments, man.
Oh, well, read them and tell us about some of them.
Well,
fuck JG. Go ahead.
Somebody said Tua had surgery this morning. Uncle Lou says hugs for Garantano.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's been blown up out of proportion. I think that's just a load of crap. Because he jerked him by the face mask thing.
Man,
that crap happens in high school all the time, or at least it used to. 10 years ago when I was in high school, that shit. I mean, I remember coaches grabbing me and spitting in my face. I mean, not like literally spitting, but that close in my face, they're spitting all over me.
Yeah. Yep. I knew as soon as he grabbed him, that's going to be the first thing everybody talked about after the game. And sure enough, nobody wants to talk about the damn game. Of course, I don't blame them. But that and Darrell Taylor.
Yeah.
That horse shit. Batuli. Let's talk about Batuli.
Oh, the hit?
Yeah. Was that targeting?
It's questionable. I will say that. I'm trying not to be biased about it, but I just don't know. It could have went either way. I think that.
I was thinking the Darrell Taylor's the one that could have went either way. By definition, Batuli looked like targeting to me. I don't think by any stretch he was trying to hurt the guy or anything like that. I just think when you're playing football and a guy's getting tackled by two other people and they're having a hard time tackling him and you come flying in, you can't stop. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but the inertia of your body going forward is not easily stopped by putting on the brakes. You know, God didn't give us brakes, although a lot of rednecks seem to think they can beat the brakes off of somebody. I've never actually seen a person with brakes on them. And in this particular situation, there's no way he could stop. I mean, I don't know. It was targeting, but who was it mentioned? I forget who said that they don't think they should be tossed out of the game. Was that you, LT, that said target? You don't think people that get hit with targeting should be tossed out of the game, or is that somebody else? You don't think they should? Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. Maybe the first time. Okay, tossed out of the game's fine, but why half or the next game? Is that designed to, to create a stiff penalty to help you avoid doing it? Do you think guys are out there when they're flying around on defense trying to make a tackle? Do you think they're thinking, "Ooh, I better not hit him. It's going to be targeting,"
Yeah.
So I don't know. I definitely go ahead.
I know one of the announcers said last night at this point last year there was like, I don't know, double what they've had so far this year. Yeah. So he made the comment that it's working or something like that.
I guess maybe these guys are just freaking scared. Appreciate it, Benjamin, the golden retriever. Targeting should be identified as intentional. Yeah, I agree, but then you're going to have the problem of, well, how do we know it was intentional? I don't know, man. Oh, sorry. Oh, two of them from Benjamin. Balls played great. Saints versus Cards next week. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like so many other things, it's hard to determine.
It is. I agree.
And what do you think? I may be wrong, totally wrong here. Pass interference cannot be reviewed. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
What's up, Morty?
Unless, no, yeah, you're right. The penalty of pass interference cannot be reviewed. I don't think.
Somebody in the comments help us out here. Is pass interference a non-reviewable? I guess all penalties are non-reviewable, aren't they?
Except for targeting.
Yeah. Man, there's another can of worms though that would be opened. I think there was pass interference in the end zone. I'm trying to think of his damn name.
Jawan Jennings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not called.
Oh, surely. I tell you what, I saw a really funny GIF before I got on here, and it was a picture of looked like some kind of portal, like one from like a movie, and it had a picture of Jarrett and Coach Pruitt, and Coach Pruitt saying, "Try not to fumble it. Try not to fumble the ball going through the portal." All right.
I need to see that. That's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm sure he hasn't mentioned it, but everybody seems to think he's gone after this year.
Yeah, dude. There was rumors all morning saying that people seen him with packing bags in the back of a car and stuff like that. It's ridiculous,
Yeah. Well, there was all kinds of rumors of people saying they saw John Gruden at the airport too. Back when we were looking for a coach, whichever one of those 10 times it was.
Gruden should have really trolled us a little bit. He should have actually gotten a plane and flew into Knoxville and just walked around campus and shaking everybody's hands and then
God.
"Oh, well, I was just coming here for a trip. Y'all have a good one."
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let General in. If you guys want to, we'll call it a call if you want to call it that. If you guys want to hop on here for a minute or two and voice your opinion about things, you can. We're not going to have more than one person in the stream with us because it just gets too hard to hear people talking over each other.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. What's going on, Corporal?
What's up, BVD?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Carter, how you doing tonight?
Go fuck yourself. I'm good, man. I was just kidding. No, how are you though?
I'm doing great. Now, BVD, were you at the tap house for the game?
I was not. I was at the Law Tide house.
You're at the Law Tide house. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you guys, when Tua got hurt and we got that 3 and out before they called that bull crap penalty on Taylor, I thought we legitimately had a pretty big chance at winning that game. I thought we were going to win. Now, was I confident about it? Not at all. But I think we Alabama fans were sweating when we got that 3 and out there. And the fact that they called that on Darrell Taylor, which I think we're all in agreement that was complete bullcrap. The fact that they called that, I think that just shows Bama privilege. Am I right here?
The Alabama privilege.
Yep.
I'll let you take that one, Carter.
Dude, I will say this, General. I'm starting to wonder. I really am.
Yeah.
There's just
Like, I'm
some
not
things. Dude, how about the magic trick where they ran a play? It only took 1 second.
Dude,
It went from
I'm not
7
one of these
seconds to 6 seconds.
Oh
exactly. I'm
yeah.
not one of these conspiracy theorists that thinks everyone's out against Tennessee or anything. But this is ridiculous. That was ridiculous last night.
Yeah. And then the field goal took 6 seconds, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
How about
win.
Jeremy Pruitt? How about Jeremy Pruitt using all 3 of those timeouts there at the end of the second half, or at the end of the first half?
I thought that was great. That was great.
And then you got to see all the Gumps get mad. That was great.
You know, I would make a comment about timeouts at the end of the half, but I don't want to get in trouble. And it has nothing to do with Tennessee football, but I don't want to mention anything about timeouts not getting used at the end of the half, but I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm not going to mention timeouts not getting used at the end of the half because I don't want to get in trouble. That's all I'm going to say about timeouts not getting used at the end of the half when you had 2 of them. But I'm not going to get in trouble. All right. General, what else you got on your mind tonight?
Well, after that Alabama game, I think we're all in agreement that Tennessee played fairly well, right?
Fairly.
With the exception of Garantano, of course.
Yeah. Hey,
Call me crazy.
Wait a minute, General. And Chandler Davis, hang on. We'll get you here in a minute. You know, Garantano, let's not forget his incredible, flawless ability to hand the ball off. You know, that should not go unnoticed.
Yeah.
He doesn't overhand the ball, you know, when he's handing it off. So go ahead with your comment, General.
Garantano, as soon as Jeremy Pruitt, and by the way, you guys know what happened, right? About him audibling, changing the play.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are not Tennessee fans probably don't know this, so I'll go ahead and mention it. What happened was the play was supposed to go to our fullback, Quavaris Crouch. Trey Smith was pulling the defensive lineman over, and he would have scored easily. It would not have even been close.
Oh, I've seen a screenshot of. Well, I've seen a screenshot where it looked like that. You know, there was a big gap there. Like, yeah, he probably would have scored.
He could stop, eat a ham sandwich, go 2 feet forward, come back, eat the rest of the ham sandwich, and still score. That's what he would do. It was ridiculous. But Garantano decided that
hang on. Then I'll let you finish. Let's keep in mind that was a picture we're talking about, right? That everybody saw.
Well, it was a. It was a live. It was a play that they paused.
Right. Okay. But still, that's a frozen frame. Those 2 Alabama guys were not going to stay frozen. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
But you really think that what he did was a better chance of scoring than trying to
hell
run
no, absolutely not. I think he's a
BVD.
boneheaded dumbass. Yeah.
BVD. you had a 5-foot wide hole with your 6'5", 300-pound high school running back, who the play was designed to go to. He was scoring without a doubt if he hands it off like he's supposed to. Garantano cost Tennessee that game.
No.
Oh,
He
cost them a chance to win the game. I'll say
there
that.
you go. He cost them a chance to get within 8 points in the third quarter. Was that not in the third quarter?
It was in the
No, it was in the fourth.
Oh, okay.
It was late in the fourth.
Yeah.
Well,
Tennessee gets that score. They kick it deep to Alabama. They can stop their backup quarterback. By the way, without Tua, Alabama's nothing. If they can stop him, which I think they had a good shot at doing, they could go back, tie the game. Who knows what happens? But by Garantano changing that play, you didn't give him a chance.
All right, General. I got 2 people waiting. I'm gonna bring you out. If it gets empty in the waiting room, I'll bring you back in. All right.
If I'm going to blame this loss on anything, I'm going to blame it on poor quarterback play, poor defensive play, poor offensive line play. A whole lot of things. You know.
Hang on, Carter. Chandler, turn your volume down. Turn your volume down, Chandler Davis. Turn your volume down, Chandler. Okay, Chandler Davis doesn't understand how this works. What's going on, Mullen equals Harbaugh?
Man, I just need to ask y'all a question. I know times have been rough for Tennessee. I get that. But tell me, am I right or wrong? There's a 0% chance. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, Tennessee were to win the East in 2020. Would Tennessee hang an SEC East banner in their stadium?
God, no.
Only
No.
Florida. Only Florida. That's it.
South Carolina does it too.
How sad is that? How do you hang an SEC East banner in your stadium 2 years in a row in 15 and 16 when you got absolutely gorilla drug in the SEC championship game both years? What kind of participation trophy, let's give each other a hug, bull crap is that? Y'all wouldn't do that, would you?
I don't think we would, as long as Butch Jones wasn't the coach. I honestly believe that if he was the coach and we won the East and lost the championship game, I really think he probably would, or he would lobby for it. Let's put it that way.
I think this has more to do with the school itself than it does who happens to be the coach at any given time.
That's why I said he would lobby for it.
Only 1 or 2 schools would do that. That's
South
just
Carolina.
I mean, I get it. It's been 12 years since Florida won the SEC. They're sort of a middling program, over the last 12 years or so. But come on, hanging SEC East banners in your stadium, that's just pitiful, right? What's next?
Yeah.
An Outback Bowl banner?
I mean, we gotta be careful, Uncle Lou, how much shit Carter and I talk about other teams because you know the obvious reason. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That is pretty. I don't think Bush League's the right term for it, but it's pretty funny.
And hey, how come Jim Harbaugh gets such a bad rap? Why is it that Jim Harbaugh has this reputation of being a bad coach? Why? Is it because he's been at 2 different Power 5 schools over the last 10 years and has never won a division or a conference? Is that why?
Probably. I don't know.
I think that'd make a pretty good argument, don't you?
I would agree. I mean, how many years do you need in the Power 5 before you can at least win a division before people wake up and go, well, maybe this guy's just not that good of a coach?
Well, him being who he is, I think it's going to take maybe a couple more losses to Ohio State before Michigan considers canning him. It won't take many. I mean, if he loses to him again this year, which I think we all know, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that Ohio State's going to beat them by 30 or 40. You would think anyway.
I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, you got a coach like Harbaugh, right? Can't win the division at Stanford. The other coach at Stanford manages to win the division and the entire Pac-12. You got Harbaugh at Michigan. Hell, Michigan's got plenty of Big Ten titles, national titles. But then Harbaugh gets there, can't win a division. I mean, I just don't understand the infatuation with these coaches who can't win anything.
Hang on a second, both of you. Chandler Davis, if you're still in the stream somewhere, come back in, turn your volume down when I put you in the room, and then you can say whatever it is you want to say. You just can't have your volume up because it creates a god-awful noise for the rest of us.
Yeah.
I guess Chandler's never called into a radio station. This is not a radio station, of course, but
this is better than a radio station. Radio is a dying breed. YouTube is where it's at. YouTube is growing. YouTube is heading in the right direction. Radio and TV are in the toilet. Kind of like coaches like Jim Harbaugh, who have been around in the Power 5 for 10 years. I mean, who else? Can you think of anybody else who's been a coach for 10 years in the Power 5 with 0 division titles who people think is any good?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Other than Harbaugh?
I mean, that would require some serious thought.
Well, what about Dan Mullen? Well, what about Dan Mullen, though, in 2?
Can we give him a couple more years at Florida first?
Why? They're Florida.
I'm just saying. This is what, year 2 there for him?
Sir, Jim McElwain won the East in his first 2 years at Florida. What is the problem? Mississippi State won the West before Dan Mullen got there.
Okay. Dan
what's going on?
There you go. I agree.
Mullen equals Harbaugh. Period.
When he's not playing Tennessee.
Listen, these Florida fans, they will tell you in a skinny minute how terrible Harbaugh is. And when they tell you how terrible it is, you know what they say? He's been a coach for 10 years and can't win a division. He can't beat his rival. Who does that sound like to you, Florida fan? Wake up. You people are delusional. Uncle Lou coming for you. Going to be a great 2 weeks. Have a good morning.
He's right. I mean,
yeah, he is.
I've been trying to think of another coach. And I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you right now, I don't know the landscape of college football anywhere near as much as he does, because I don't study it like he does anymore. So I can't think of anybody. Can you?
No, I can't. I mean, no. I'm trying to venture out of the conference, and I'm not. I can't.
If you can think, are you listening over there, LT, or? Oh, okay. LT's over there watching the Cowboys and doing something else. I can't think of anybody. Let me look back in the comments. Let's finish talking some about Tennessee here. I agree, that if we get that touchdown there, things are different. But I'm not as convinced as General that we're winning that game.
I don't think we're going to.
Yeah.
We had a better chance. I mean, we had a chance to win. It would have definitely made it more exciting. And who knows, man? Who knows what would have happened had we did score there? I mean, I'll tell you this. Even at halftime, when it was 21-10, I knew. I was like, well, I kept telling myself and Kenny, Kenny, if we just had a quarterback, we could possibly do something. If we had a quarterback. Because I knew when Jarrett was in there, I had no confidence. None.
He missed some guys bad, and I've been Garantano's champion all year long, and after watching last night, I guess the blocks surrounding my head on this kid finally got knocked down, because he missed too many guys wide open last night. And you could see as soon as the ball left his hand, well, that one's going to be overthrown. And he's still running. Look, I don't want to talk about a kid. He's, 19 years old, so he's still a kid to me. But the kid's a pussy.
I think he's 20, but
he's a wuss.
Yeah.
I mean, he's scared of contact. I mean, it's hard to blame him after the beating he's taken the last couple of years, but I don't know, man. I haven't totally given up on him. Let's try Chandler again. Before I bring you in, Chandler, turn your volume down on whatever device you're using.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, buddy? This is the part where you talk.
Hey, BBD, can you hear?
There. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Hey, sorry about the Devils Friday night. That's the first conference game they've lost in what, over a decade?
Yeah, I was going to bring it up, and since you brought it up, I'll go ahead and say it. My Green Devils lost a heartbreaker Friday night to Elizabethton, and it was. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but it was like a college atmosphere there. So shout out to the Elizabethton fans. That place was loud as hell, and they kicked a field goal with 8 seconds, I think it was, something like that, left in the game to win 24-21. We blew that game. That's all I'm going to say about it. We were up 21-7 going into the fourth quarter, and we just made too many mistakes and couldn't get it done. And I'm not going to say anything about the terrible officiating because it was both ways, mostly our way. But yeah, thanks for reminding me of that, Chandler. Go ahead.
How long had it been since the Devils lost a conference game? Like
76 conference games in a row, 74 of which were mercy rules. And if you people don't know what mercy rule is, that's having a 35-point lead or more in the second half, and the clock runs continuous. And the two games that were not mercy rules were against Elizabethton. So I keep looking for these Elizabethton kids that were in here Friday night to come in so I can give them their congratulations. But anyway, go ahead. I can still hear your volume, but go ahead.
You that I was working, but I heard about the fumble return all the way for a touchdown. I mean, Garen Targan went rogue on that play, and he was supposed to hand it off to Jordan, but he tried to play the hero and got bit in the ass. And some people said Pruitt was wrong about tugging him by his face mask. I would have ripped his freak off his head. I'd have kicked off the team. What do you?
Whoa.
Yeah, Chandler, appreciate you chiming in. Still having some feedback problems there. As far as I know, this is not Roman gladiator days in college football. I don't think you're allowed to rip the kid's head off, and I don't think you're going to kick your longest scholarship having quarterback off the team for making a dumbass, bonehead, stupid, ridiculous, idiotic, costly play like that. Did I miss any adjectives there, Carter?
No, I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, to me, it's people want to keep referring to these players as kids, and I get it; they're young adults. But man, I feel like at the level, especially to me, the SEC level or Power 5 level, whatever you want to do, I feel like these young men have to be held more accountable. I understand it's not the NFL, but it's still pretty big time football, and they're getting free scholarships. And I'm not saying some of them, I think they probably should deserve to be paid, and I know they're not, but they are getting paid in free scholarships. They get to live in these really nice dorms. They get all these great amenities, for their 4 years, sometimes 5 or 3, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a certain point where they've got to be held accountable. And I get sick of hearing they're kids. And, 10, 20 years ago, you didn't hear that with guys like we had like Al Wilson and those guys, man. They didn't act like, they weren't like kids.
Well,
So,
I mean, I agree with most of what you're saying there, but where are you going with that?
well, just of all the people that are, saying that he was wrong to do that, and that's abuse, or, he's too hard on him. I mean, that's some bull crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just it's the further wussification of society.
Yes, it is.
And we're talking about it all day today. Who knows how long we'll be talking about it? Maybe the rest of the year. Who knows? It probably depends on how the year goes and how he does. And again, as soon as it happened, I feared for him. And Billy today, I know you saw the video. I'm sure Billy said that he didn't think it was. I forget how he put it, but how did he say it, Carter? Do you
I guess it
remember?
was some. I guess it was. I don't. I think it was unnecessary. Some people are upset because it was on national TV,
Yeah.
and I kind of understand that. But the thing that really just freaking pissed me off was on a certain news. CNN even talked about it. A CNN reporter did, and the
Oh, are
thing
you
that
shitting
bothered,
me?
yeah, the
Hang
thing
on,
that
Bama
bothered
Marine. We'll
me,
get you in.
the thing that bothered me was they made it seem so much worse than it was. They were saying a young man of color is
Oh my!
being
I didn't even think of that.
is getting abused and belittled on national TV by a white man, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I'm sure Antifa's on their way to Knoxville. People,
What's going on?
What's going on?
What do you think about
congratulations.
what Carter just said? Did you hear what he was saying?
Yeah, that's just it's wussification. I'll agree with that. I don't know if that's a
No,
word, but
Yep.
this generation of now is. I mean, I can remember even in Pee Wee football having my face mask grabbed by a coach. I mean, he didn't even like really jerk it. He just grabbed the bottom of it one time.
Hey Marine, can you back away just a hair from your mic?
Oh yeah, my bad. How about now?
That's a little better. Carter,
Am I
were
too
you trying?
loud?
Yeah, were you trying to say something, Carter?
Well, I feel like. Oh, well, I was just gonna say the thing that I saw was Pruitt showed some emotion. A lot of people said he doesn't show emotion. Well, he did. Last night.
Yeah, yeah,
I
he
guess
sure
I'm.
did.
I think Marine said it earlier in the comment. He had some fire. So
Go ahead, Blake. Whatever you were saying there before I cut you off with the microphone thing.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just trying to get it to where I don't want to be so loud.
while he's doing that, the same people that were bitching about Pruitt being too harsh, I've seen some Alabama fans and Tennessee fans alike complaining about people lighting up the cigars in the stadium. Oh my god!
I can
Oh,
just
dude.
imagine. I can imagine. 35-year-old woman sitting in the stadium that doesn't smoke, makeup on. She's there for a social event, not for a football game.
There was girls lighting them up too.
I know, right? That was sexy as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Is this any better, y'all? Or am I still too loud?
You're
Yeah,
great.
that's good.
But yeah, no, we had a couple of comments. Some people passing by us walking out last night. You could see the smoke going through the lights at the top of the stadium. I mean, everybody had a cigar. And if that's something that bothers you, then you know what? Sit your ass at home because it's part of it.
Yeah, I agree. I personally had the only problem I had with it is it wasn't Tennessee fans lighting them.
Well, let me say this, and this was honest to God, this was kind of my thing about last night, and it was really pathetic. And I
Tennessee's
understand
fans
it.
were pathetic.
Well, the lack of Tennessee fans was pathetic last
That's
night.
what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
My
Keith,
brother-in-law was
I
there.
mean, I'm dead serious. Other than by your band, there was maybe in the upper deck, I could probably count. It was ridiculous. Like, I have seen Orange in the upper deck take up at least 20-25%. And if you'll look at some of them pictures, and I'll send you some more, there was no Tennessee fans in Upper Deck. I mean, you'd see like a group, like I'd say a couple of orange here, a couple of orange here. It wasn't like a row of orange. It was like a group of 4 here, a group of 2 here. And I mean, even out tailgating yesterday, there was no Tennessee to be found. And I understand it. I mean, why would you want to come down from Nashville, Knoxville to when you don't expect it? But at the same time, it's in the past, this will be 6th time y'all come down here?
Yeah.
During this streak, it has been Tennessee galore. I mean, you at least have, I would say, 8,000 to 10,000 Tennessee fans. And
What's up, Matt W? And thanks for the super chat, Chandler, by the way. Go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, and it was that was the biggest, and that was one of the biggest disappointments last night was the attendance. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I knew, I think Friday it was going to be bad when there was an article about the allotment of tickets we were given, and we sent like so many of them back. I was like, oh my God, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the streak, and who wants to pay that money to come down, get a hotel room, travel, and everything, but at the same time, like, that was a little bit of a disappointment. And actually, that was my biggest disappointment other than the officiating, because there was so many calls on both sides, pass interference. The one that I actually thought on the end zone for Trayvon Diggs that they didn't call on y'all, that Trayvon Diggs, I really thought he passed interference. They didn't call it, but
yeah.
And then they called that holding call on y'all when you had the running back go around the corner and he got pushed out at like the 1 or 2 yard line, and they called holding on him. And I was like, I mean, you go back and look at it, and it's like, yeah, but the player was kind of falling, and I was just like, I mean, am I going to bitch about it? No, because it was a good call for us. But I mean, the officiating last night was just horrible, and it was on both sides.
Yeah, there was a lot of flags.
Let me. I've got to call out this name that I saw in the chat. Where'd it go? I can't find it, but it was something like Betsy smells like shit. I think I know what that's in reference to, but I may be wrong. So just to clarify, Betsy smells like shit. Could you tell me in the chat what that name is in reference to, please? All right, go ahead. What's up, Todd?
And I'll also agree about this and I don't know, from what I'm listening, y'all said it wasn't a designed play for Garantano to go over the top.
No.
I haven't watched the full replay of the game yet. I've actually just been I had a lot to do today, and I hadn't sat down and watched it. But, everybody can give him shit, but I think that's one of the plays where you're going to kill him if he didn't do it or if he doesn't make it, but yet you'd praise him if he did do it. I think the kid at least had the balls to try it. I mean, it was a great goal line stand. I mean, hell, we had blocked you. You had the ball on the 2, 1st and goal. And it was a great stand by us, but I mean, I don't blame the kid for trying. I mean, at that point it was 21-13. You score there, you put it within.
It was 28-13.
The problem that pissed us off, I think, the most is that, and it came after the game for me, was what he went rogue. Basically, they called a play, he changed it, and the play was we put a guy in there to run the ball. He's a big guy, kind of like how y'all used to do with Cody or whoever it was. I mean, and it may not have worked, but
y'all just ran the ball 3 straight times.
I know.
I mean, honestly, y'all had 3 times from the 2, and your play calling was, up the middle, and
Garantano has already been kind of like in trouble for changing plays. That's kind of a thing that Pruitt or that's just something he's done throughout the season, and that's one of the reasons he may be backup now was because he would change design plays. And I get what you're saying. If he would have made it, people would have been happy.
I mean, he's right there on the goal line. Y'all have it on the half-yard line. I honestly, the play went so quick that I didn't really think it was a handoff. I mean, it looked like, from my point of view, and like I said, I haven't went back and watched it on TV, and I know watching it on TV gives you a lot more perspective. But when he lined up, everybody was leaned forward in that line like they knew it was coming.
Hey,
like he was going to go for the sneak.
Yeah, hang in there, Balls for Life 16. We'll get to you here in a second.
Check your chat, Marine. Check your Facebook chat. I want you to look at that picture. That's the play right there.
And somebody in the chat asked me, Billy Cole asked me for my phone number. I think you're talking about the number to get in the stream. There's the link if you want to get in here and take a shot at it. Blake, let me give Balls for Life 16 a few minutes. All right.
Oh, yeah, man. Y'all do everything. I appreciate you letting me in.
No, stay in here and I'll come back to you, okay?
Okay. Will do.
I'm going to pull you out, but you'll still be in the so-called waiting room. Or whatever the hell it's called. What's going on, Balls for Life 16, our longtime buddy on here? How you doing, man?
What's up? How are y'all doing?
Shitty?
I mean, I made my first trip down there yesterday, and it was a great atmosphere. I mean, I would be willing to say probably the top stadium experience for me that I've ever been to.
I thought the same thing first time I went. I mean,
and the light show was cool and everything. The only thing I didn't like, they were just micing in all that music right when we were huddling up, and it was just they're gonna have to do something about that because you can't hear anything.
Now they're probably just going to turn it up if people complain about it. I mean,
probably so.
That's that for old parts like myself, man. That's that's a pet peeve of mine everywhere. But Uncle Lou and
the officials all night.
Hang on,
Go ahead.
Maybe you can shed some insight to this, both of you. Pruitt, Uncle Lou is saying that Pruitt said that it was supposed to be a QB sneak, but JG wasn't supposed to dive. I did hear that on the Tennessee post-game show when Bob Kessling talked to him. He didn't quite word it exactly like that. In fact, I think he said we didn't even have a play. Anybody that was listening to the post-game show can either confirm or deny that. But anyway, go ahead, 16.
Yeah, that play was right down by me. And I mean, once we pulled the lineman, it had to have been a run because I've seen an overhead picture where the hole was just wide open. I mean, it was an easy touchdown and didn't happen. 100-yard touchdown the other way, and that really blew the game. I truly believe that we were going to come back and tie that game up if we score on that play because Bama couldn't. Once Tua went out, they had nothing for us. They couldn't move the ball. The only way they moved the ball was that drive when the ref screwed us on that when we pushed the player on the ground, quarterback.
Well, when they started handing it off to Najee or whatever his name is, I mean, he was just biting off huge chunks of yardage.
Yeah, and they shot themselves in the foot in the first quarter when they threw the interceptions, trying to stat pad for the Heisman. They should have just ran it in the end zone.
You know what? I think that was the play of the game as far as us having a chance. I think it was probably all tied, or I may have said it to you too, Carter. But if he throws the touchdown there instead of a pick, that game's over. Right there.
Yeah, because it'd have been 21-0 after that.
Well, it would have been 14-0, but still, I mean, those first two drives, they took it downfield just like they've been doing all year. Like riding a damn bicycle, I just hope they get the officiating under control because not even the big plays, just when we lined up at the Wildcat and then they blew it dead, that killed the momentum there. And then right before halftime, Bama runs a play. It's like an 8-yard pass play to the tight end, and it took 1 second off the clock. Like, that was just ridiculous. Yeah, there's some shady shit going on, but I think people are overblowing the whole big hole thing. Um, you know, and
I was
I hate to agree with them. Hang on, I'll let you finish, Carter. I hate to agree with Uncle Lou, but he is right. Pruitt did say that it was supposed to be a QB sneak, and I forget how he worded it, but he said two things in the post game press in the post game Bob Kessling talk. He said that it was supposed to be a handoff, or excuse me, a quarterback sneak, and he said there was not a play called. He said both of those things. So I was like, what the hell is he talking about? But what were you going to say, Carter?
well, I didn't hear that, but if that's what he said, then what the hell was he so upset about?
That's a question I guess a lot of people have. Uh, you mean if there wasn't a play called?
No, the whole thing. If Jarrett Garantano did what he was supposed to do, or he ran the play that was called in, then what did Pruitt get upset about? I mean,
Well,
was
I
because
think
I heard him say also that I forget how he worded it, but I heard him say also about we call in a play and that's the play we expect them to run. So he was complaining about something. I don't know. Maybe it was the way. I don't know.
he said lots of things, but
Maybe he's. I don't
what
know.
I
I'm confused.
what I heard was what he said to Bob Kessling. That's what I heard. I didn't hear the actual post game press conference where he gets up in front of all the media. I haven't
That's
even
what I
looked.
heard.
Okay, I haven't even looked at that. But what he was implying to Kessling was that it was supposed to be a QB sneak, as in Garanturdo gets the snap and pushes forward. You know, secures the ball like you're supposed to do, high and tight, and tries to sneak it in that way.
Maybe
So,
it was because he dove
yeah,
above the
exactly.
line and
He
not. You know.
he even said, I forgot. He even said, and frick, now I can't remember. He said something to the effect of nobody does that anymore. Nobody tries to go over the top anymore.
I actually
Okay.
wish on that third down play when we had the linebacker lined up and gave him the ball, he should have went over just jumped in the air and he would have got in, but he went low and didn't make it.
Well, it's easy to speculate and, Sunday/Monday morning quarterback a game like this when there's so much weird shit going on. And it just so happened that it happened to be against our biggest rival, our most hated rival to some of us, in a year where 13 losses in a row are on the line. At this point, us Tennessee fans are looking for anything to make us feel better about this series. That's my opinion. You guys may disagree with me, and that's fine. But
And he was mad about the hurry up too. That's what the
yeah,
guy said in the comments. He is right.
yeah,
There was no need, is what he said. There was no need for it.
yeah, yep. He did. He definitely said that. We can't go. The shitty part for us is we can't go back and listen to what he said to Kessling unless somebody has it personally recorded, because there's no replay of that anywhere that I'm aware of. So all of this doesn't matter, of course, obviously.
Now there
But
was an offensive lineman. Damn it, I can't remember his name, but it was one of our guards who said that when we called the play, or when it's
came
something
out of the
about
huddle.
when we came out of the huddle, we had one play that we were going with the play in mind, and then it got changed at the line. That's what he said to Tim Priest.
I think it was
Yeah.
Trey Smith.
I don't know if it was Trey Smith. It may have been, but I don't think it was Trey. It was somebody else. Maybe it was. I don't know. But that was, and then this Matt W says, what did he say? He
Hang
said,
in there.
I think Pruitt lied to protect Garantano for future recruiting purposes. I don't know.
That's a good point. Hang in there, Billy Cole. We'll get you in here in just a second. Did you have anything else for me, 16?
No, that's all I got. And congrats to Alabama fans and Law Tide on here. And just remember, at least we're not Georgia. Remember 1980. Y'all have a good one.
Nice one. Thanks for joining. I almost said his name several times in there.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say it though,
No, you didn't.
but I came close.
Yes, you did.
You are very intuitive, if you could tell that. Let's see, Billy Cole. It says devices not connected. So
You got to go through Safari if you're on your phone. By the way.
whatever that means. It's why did they put him back here if it says not connected? You know, what's the point of even of the damn site even letting him back here? I'm curious. There you go. Get do whatever you got to do, Billy, and I will definitely get you in. So we bring back to the fold of holy shit, Bama Marine.
Sounds like he's pressure washing.
Yeah, or killing somebody or getting killed.
Oh, hold on now.
It's fine now, man. It was just like when you first came in.
Yeah, that was terrible, wasn't it? Hey, there's a lot of shit. Let's see. Punish your thunder. I'm watching the Pruitt presser on this call. He says that we got an opportunity to run the ball there or do the sneak, and we didn't. There was some miscommunication there. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And that I hope that Betsy person didn't get mad at my comment because I wasn't. I was being serious. That's a funny name. I wanted to get an explanation. I've done forgot the damn name now. Oh, Betsy smells like shit. Beef package. Okay, I know who it is now. It's our. I'm pretty sure it's our favorite Texas fan.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he's a little butt hurt about Friday night too, as I am.
Is he a Greenville fan?
Times 4.
Oh
Yeah. That
Arizona
was
won.
yeah. Thank you. The Cardinals did win today, putting Cop Hizzle and Big Dog firmly in their place, as well as the other YouTube Giants fans, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, Carter, I'm not going to say I don't care because the Cardinals are on a 3-game winning streak and this offense is starting to click. We just don't have any defense. I don't care in the sense of I don't care that it's upsetting Giants fans and all that, if that makes any sense. Like I'm not trying to rub it in anybody's face or anything, you know. So that puts us at 3-3-1, I believe, or is it 3-2-1? It's 3 wins in a row. I know that. What I was going to say before you reminded me of that loss Friday night, Carter. And I know you don't care about high school football like I do, but that loss Friday night hurts worse than any football loss any of my teams have had going back to the Alabama game in 2009.
See, we're just gonna have to disagree. I mean, look.
Well, no, this is for me personally.
I know what you were saying about the. Look, I don't want to get into the. I guess I just don't understand it. Why it hurts so bad? I mean, to me, when I watch high school games, yeah, when the team loses, it sucks. But I feel like in high school, there's not a lot of teams that go undefeated. I mean, there are some. There are.
Mm-hmm.
But at least in high school football, you've got more, it seems like you got more opportunities to right that loss or,
Yeah, I get it. I understand. And I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you here in a second, Billy. Go ahead, Carter.
But, Greenville losing 2 games, they're still going to be in the playoffs. They're still probably going to have a pretty good road to the playoffs. Maybe they won't get home field throughout, but
exactly.
At least the first 2 rounds, you'll probably have home field advantage.
First round.
Okay, well, first round. Yeah, it all just depends, but I mean, I think it's going to be okay.
Well, it probably will, but let me help you understand a little bit. I know most people could give a shit less about high school football, and that's fine. That's their particular prerogative. But what hurts about it so bad is, how close I am to the kids. That's the main thing. When you follow a team as closely as I do, keep in mind I've seen a lot of these kids grow up literally for 10 years now. And a lot of them I've watched since Pee Wee football. So you become attached. I know their parents, I know the kids, I know a lot about these kids. And this particular game against this particular team was huge. It's like in high school football, it's bigger than, Tennessee, Alabama. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying to give you an idea of how big this rivalry is to people around here. I mean, that town was shut down Friday night. And I wasn't kidding when I said it sounded like a college game. I'm talking small college because there was about 10,000 people there, I'd say. And I mean, it was Jason Witten's brother coaches Elizabethton, and he's a bit of a turd. And anyway, there's a lot of reasons why this one really hurt, and the way it happened. That's the main thing. But anyway, that's a personal thing for me that, people either are or are not going to understand. So, what's going on, Billy Cole? Damn it, and now we can't hear you. We can't hear you. No. No, I don't know sign language, but no audio. Hang on, Billy. He may not even be able to hear me. We cannot. And that was Japanese there. We can't hear you. God almighty, I can't spell. Can't hear you, buddy. And I'm really curious to hear your opinion. Damn. Can you nod your head if you can hear us?
Yeah,
okay.
He can hear us.
We can't hear you. There's a row. Are you in StreamYard?
He has to be.
Well, you said you had to go through Safari or something.
Well, yeah, that's like you can't get on Google and go. Yes, it's Safari.
Okay.
But
check the row of items down below you. Mute, stop camera, settings, all that stuff.
He's muted himself a couple times, and unmuted. So
yeah, now you're muted. Now you're unmuted. And damn, we still can't hear you.
Try taking out your headphone jack. See if that works.
No.
That's weird.
No. Keep working on it, and you'll get it here soon. Hopefully, we got 23 minutes left.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know what else it could be. Do you?
I don't.
Let's see, settings. Okay. Hit the settings button.
Now, if he's on his phone, I don't know if he has that button because I don't.
Oh. Are you on your phone?
It looks like it.
Are you on your phone? Nod your head.
Laptop? Tablet?
Laptop or tablet or computer? Oh, he's thumbs up. Okay. You see the settings button down there? Click on the settings button and click the mic. There's a mic button there. See what your choices are. And if your mic is working, you'll see the little mic button on the right indicating that it's working. Yeah, I didn't think about this, but Billy could be a mute.
Did Billy? Did you allow? Like when I go into the page, it says allow camera or allow this, allow that. Did you allow all that stuff? Because if you you did. All right. Well, I'm not sure.
Last option. Try restarting whatever you're on, your laptop or your computer.
Yeah, we'll let you back in.
Yeah, you'll be first person in. I'm going to take you out. Try restarting your device. That sucks. I'm really curious to see what he's got to say.
Yeah, same.
What's Tua's status of now? He's Hawaiian. I don't know. He may not even be Hawaiian. I'm being a smart ass. I don't know, Eric. I really don't.
I like General's comment. Welcome back to episode 50 of BBD Attempts to Figure Out the Internet.
Hey, I got it all figured out here, brother.
The Law Tide had to help you.
Law Tide's sitting at least 20 feet from me. See? Hey,
I didn't see him.
Georgia Bulldogs choked their last chance at a national title away. No arguing that.
Okay.
Somebody says Tua is out 3 weeks. Law Tide just called you War Buzzard. All right, David. I'm gonna give you the link, but as soon as Billy gets back, you're getting the dingo. You guys know what a dingo is in the comments?
A dingo's like a dog in Australia, I believe.
Well, it might be, but it's also a boot.
Oh, well, it's a dog in Australia.
If you can pronounce Tua's full name right, comment at
Hashtag apologize to Lou. What do we need to apologize to him for?
He's got to be talking to somebody else.
Yeah, he must be.
Don't send a super chat. Host won't read it. Apologize. Oh, okay. You know what? I do apologize. I'm on the StreamYard, and you can't see it when people send it. So let me go back. And apparently, Uncle Lou sent a super chat. Yes, he did. Thank you, Uncle Lou. You could buy 5 Alabama light shows with this $10 super chat. The light show is pretty cool, but I've seen Georgia's too, and it's pretty cool. The only thing wrong with both of them is there's no orange in it.
If next week, if Maurer can't go, our quarterback rotation should be JT Stroud and then Jawan Jennings.
And thank you, by the way, Lou. I still have not figured out the damn PayPal thing. Somebody look in the description of this thing, and you'll see the PayPal there. I don't know if it's a link or not. I finally figured out part of it. It's just a part of getting the correct link in there.
Hey, Betsy's back.
Yeah, Betsy smells like shit. They didn't smell like shit Friday night, did they, D4? Hey, I gotta.
What's his name? Jason's brother. Obviously Witten, but
Sean Witten, and I know he's not watching, but congratulations to Sean Witten. They did what they had to do to get it done. Hey, look, they were down 21-7 with under a minute to go in the third quarter and came back and won that damn game. Yeah, they did to us what we do to other people normally, and that's their strength and conditioning won out. Oh, and I'm not gonna say
Dan,
nothing. Go ahead.
Dan White's saying that it is interesting in the SEC East. Georgia has to hope Florida loses again to another East team to get in the championship. No, if Georgia beats Florida, they're in the SEC. They'll be number one. Just because you lose to a West team doesn't mean anything different than losing to an East team. It's an SEC.
Unless it comes down to a tiebreaker.
Right. Well, yes, but whether you lose to a team in the West or the East, it's still a loss in the conference. And like if Georgia beats Florida and then both those teams win the rest of their games, Georgia will go to Atlanta. Regardless.
Mr. Troll Tua faked that injury because he was afraid of that defense. Oh God, here we go. Huck the Fuskies. I'll give you your fair allotted amount of time, Duck
Well,
Boy.
Good morning there, sirs. How are we doing today?
Not too fucking good.
Yeah. Well, I watched that game, that Bama game, and it was 21-10. I was like, man, if they can cut it to 4 here, that might put some pressure on. And then, of course, Garen Turdos himself all over that stadium. And, man, oh, man, that sucks when you are that close and your fucking quarterback can't even quarterback.
Yeah. We didn't buck the Fama.
Nope, you did not. You did not buck the Fama.
And I was wearing my Buck Fama shirt too, so
yeah, I like
maybe I'm responsible.
Those are awesome. But no, we got a nice come from behind victory. We were down 28-14 with 13 minutes left in the third and came back and won 35-31.
Now you said 13 minutes in the third, like that's something, David. Basically, 2 minutes of the second half had gone by.
They scored a touchdown. They were up 21-14 at half, and they took a 2-touchdown lead there in the third quarter. And so it's not like we shut them out in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to the Ducks. That was a big win. That was at Don James' place, right?
It was in Seattle, yes.
Yeah, I think that's the name of the stadium or part of it or something.
No,
I know that's one of their old coaches.
Yeah, that's the coach that won that half national championship in '91.
Yeah.
Hey, David, Mr.
What?
Troll wants to let you know that Oregon is going to lose to Utah. Utah is better.
I mean, that might not be that far off of a statement because they did hold Arizona State to 3 points. Granted, that was in Salt Lake. So, I mean, that's not completely inaccurate, but we'll see.
His name is Mr. Troll, though. So
yeah, no, we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and say Oregon's locked up the Pac-12 championship, but I mean, we basically locked up the North the other night. So
I am really, really curious to see who this is. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them in with us three, just because
Okay.
I got to find out.
is it Betsy?
No, it's the Nasty Boss TV.
I'm going to say Indy Sean.
Who we got?
What the hell?
Okay, it's what the hell, what the.
Sounds like Squid
Oh,
Tart.
this is weird. Okay, hold up. Who the fuck?
Who we got here? You're in the chat. Speak up or forever hold your peace. Mr. Nasty Boss TV.
Hold on.
All right. While I'm holding on, figure it out. I have no idea who that was. It kind of sounded like a young Sorry Che, didn't it? I mean, we know it's not him unless they're allowing phone calls on StreamYard in prison.
And his nuts got cut
All right,
off.
here we go. What the
All right,
hell?
Who are you?
I'm Nasty. Y'all know who I am. Talking shit to Uncle Lou. Remember that?
That's right. You're a Florida fan from Ocala.
Fuck no, I'm Tennessee.
Oh.
Well, who are? Just tell us who you are. What's your regular name?
I'm Zach.
Zach Morris from Bayside High.
No, just Zach.
What's your screen name?
The nasty boss.
No, it's not. Come on now.
He has been in here. I
Hey,
remember that.
I've been here.
I do remember that
I've been
now. It
one.
was after the Georgia game, I think.
Yes.
not as the nasty boss though.
Oh yes, I have. I think.
have?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
was.
think
I was the
so.
one that said I hate fucking Uncle Lou. I wanted to punch his fucking throat. That was me.
Aren't you one of Squidtard's friends?
No, I don't. You know
Well,
who the fuck Squid Tart is.
Hey, be careful with the language. Don't go throwing that name Uncle Lou around too much.
Oh, okay. Oh my bad. Oh yeah.
What'd you think about the game?
Dude, it was a good game. Except Garantano fucks up again, as always. So
Yeah, his stats were awful.
I hope he leaves. Honestly, I hope he whines and fucking leaves and transfers. We don't need him. We really don't.
I'm surprised his daddy ain't went up there and got him and drug his ass back to Jersey already.
I mean, bro, that was a good game, and fucking Tua got hurt. That was our chance, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess not meant to be. It's whatever.
So what do you think about the face mask thing?
I think he fucking should have done it because he's the one that fucked the whole play. I mean, you don't be that fucking selfish and call your own goddamn play when there's a fucking playbook call. I think you should.
I didn't think it was possible for anybody to get on here and drop more F-bombs than me.
Okay, my bad. I'm gonna stop with that language. But yeah, I don't think I don't think Garantano deserved it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest with you. But yeah.
That ball when he jumped up, man.
I knew when he jumped. I know when he jumped, that big fat boy for Alabama. I knew he wasn't gonna get across. He didn't even get close.
You know
he
what?
didn't even jump. He didn't even jump.
I just figured it out. You guys have helped me figure it out. That was a Garanturdo jump pass, where you jump up and pass it to the other team.
Yeah.
Who we got next? Who we play this week?
The Cox.
Ooh, that'll be a good game. South Carolina gave Florida a game.
Yeah, they beat Georgia.
Yeah, it's at Tennessee. Yeah, game's at Tennessee.
Somebody may regret this, but here we go.
Hey, how you doing in that? Hey, who is this? Like if Charlie Brown's teacher dropped a bunch of F-bombs and said "bro" all the time. Hey, sure you're a huge fan calls up Tennessee show to ask who they're playing this week. But that's not even why I wanted to come on though. BVD, I know you're an NFL fan, which is great. Well, we need to give big shout out to A-Slob in the comment section. This is the first time in his YouTube career he's ever still been making videos in week 7. So big shout out to A-Slob, and last but not least, wah, 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 F-bomb, bro. Wah, 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 wah.
Uncle Lou, how did it feel taking that L to South Carolina? Now you can't go to a playoff game.
Yeah, he's too quick.
So, he already left?
Yeah, he bailed.
Yeah, he's a pussy. It's funny. He has all that talent. He has a 4-year. What is from a 4-year, 3-year? Yeah, he has all that talent. He still can't go to the playoffs. Feels bad.
Yeah, well, damn it.
He only scored 21 points to Kentucky too. That's a joke.
I wish I felt comfortable talking shit about Georgia.
I don't care, man. It's Uncle Lou, bro.
That's the attitude when you're young and viral and full of fire.
But I feel like
I'm old and full of Geritol.
So is our quarterback hurt indefinitely with a concussion again?
I would imagine that's what they're going to say.
So he can't play against South Carolina?
Who knows? I don't think we know yet.
I hope he can't play against South Carolina.
I hope he can.
I hope he can. We have a fucking chance if he does.
Well, I mean, they could bring Shroud in. Just as long as they don't bring Garanturdo in.
Put Jennings back there. Why not?
Yeah, hell, why not?
Dude, Jared's about to do the Jalen Hurd incident. He's about to do that, and I really don't care. Just leave.
Don't go away mad. Just go away.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Nasty Boss TV.
Right.
I appreciate your. Well, it's not a call, but Um, appreciate you joining the stream with us tonight. And sorry, David, I accidentally pulled you out
That's okay.
when I actually meant to pull Nasty Boy out when he wasn't sure that he was in here. So it all worked out.
That's perfectly fine. I wanted to say that's bold talk from a Tennessee fan about Georgia's playoff capabilities or not.
Hold on just a second, David.
That's bold talk.
Hilda Brown, BVD, please keep Carter's F-bomb censored to remove him. Fuck, fuckity, fuck.
That was a lot of fucking, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that wasn't even me. That wasn't me saying that a minute ago.
I know. Thanks, Zach. That was enlightening. Alan B said,
He made it. He made it.
What happened?
63-yard field goal for the half.
What's the score?
What's the score?
27-7.
Damn, 27-7.
He hit a 62-yarder last week.
Damn, they are unleashing.
See,
Let him finish and run that mouth.
I almost bet the Eagles +3, but I stay away from the Cowboys.
I stay away from all NFL betting.
I got Jacksonville -4 on the road against Cincinnati. I doubled my money there.
That's good because NFL is just so freaking hard. It's a crapshoot, man.
Cincinnati was 0-6, and I was like, I get less than a touchdown on the road, I'll take it. And I took the money line too because I had Jacksonville just winning regardless. So I doubled my money there. I bet 20 on the spread, and I bet 10 on the money line, and I got $53 back.
What is Jacksonville's record now, anyway?
They only have one loss, I think. I don't know.
Damn, really?
Jacksonville? No, they got more than that.
Really?
Pretty sure.
I must have been hyping them up in my head because I thought they.
Hey, guess what, David? The Titans won today, and guess how they won? Without Marcus Mariota.
Congratulations.
The Jaguars are 3-4.
Whoa.
Well, technically, I mean, he was kind of right. He said they had one loss.
Yep.
They just got 3 more with it.
The Bengals are 0-7.
Yeah, that's why. The Jaguars more than doubled that line. They won by.
Who's 1-7?
No, the Bengals are 0-7.
0-7.
0-7.
Now the Titans are 3-4.
I wish
because Ryan Tannehill lit it up today. 23 of 29 for 312 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, okay. Congratulations.
I think it should be pointed out, David, that the Seahawks lost today.
Because they do. They did lost. They did lose, of course.
They did lost.
They did. So I had a really good weekend. I'm actually happy the Seahawks lost because this means the puppy fans have no hope to cling to this weekend. So they had a really shitty weekend.
That's a good point.
If you had a high school team, David, you could have Friday night to look forward to too. 2-2 also.
Yeah, but knowing me, if I had a high school team, they'd get shitbagged. So I'm okay on that.
Please, without a whole lot of graphicity, explain to us what getting shitbagged means. I think I know, but
I liken it to when people say stomp a mud hole in your ass. That's what I stomp. That's what I liken shitbag to.
I figured shitbags like when you fill a paper bag full of shit and put it on someone's doorstep at Halloween and light it and knock on the door and run away.
That might work.
I've never seen that done.
Man, I'm really mad I didn't take the Rams +3 on the road against Atlanta.
I don't know for all the people that bet in the comments or David, but I've never betted on Tennessee. You just don't do it.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
Bet with your team. I mean,
you do not bet with your team. Absolutely not.
That's a cardinal rule, and the reason that the saying "cardinal rule" exists comes from Cardinals fans. I don't know that, but it fit. It fit.
All right.
What's happening in the world? Tennessee high school football in your neck of the woods? ? Oh, my
They
team
lost.
My team lost.
Let's see. Wow,
Y'all should hire
Washington.
Jason Witten's brother.
No money line. Washington is plus.
Yeah,
No.
Derek W. I definitely don't bet on Tennessee. Well, I do in the bet now thing that we're doing, which that's one of the only ones I got right this weekend. And I was very nervous there at the end of the game when they were down there inside the 5. I thought they were going to score again.
We got 2 minutes.
Got Washington plus 15 on Thursday night.
Yeah, and I'm not like strapped down to this 10 o'clock thing too. I can go as long as I want. That's the beauty of social media and not
That's
being
true.
on radio.
Well, I am going to bounce.
Okay.
Hope we can beat some cocks this weekend.
You could start that off real nice right now. When you get off here, you could, start.
No.
Beating of the cocks.
No. Yeah, there's
Hoss
all.
4107 wants to know, BVD, have you seen El Camino yet? What did you think about it?
Is that El Camino? Is that like a episode of The Walking Dead?
No, it's a Netflix show, I think.
Oh no, I have not.
Or movie.
Explain it to me, Hoss.
Don't get it confused with Gran Torino.
No, that was
Yeah.
great. How about this, Hoss? I'm gonna put the link in there. I think you would be a grand candidate to get on here and talk to us.
Please do that, Hoss. I miss Hoss.
Hoss knows his shit, and everybody else's for that matter.
I don't know how that man's arm doesn't get tired making a goddamn video. He switches hands so often.
Yeah, I remember that.
Derek
Oh, by the
W. I'm not looking
I'm like,
forward to it.
Hoss, they have these amazing things called tripods. Or just set your phone down on a desk and.
Oh, I get it. The Derek W was. Wait a minute, where'd it go? I missed it. Shitbag. When UT puts on a uniform and attempts to play football. Damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're getting better, mister.
I mean, 0 times 1 is 0, so I mean, you need a little bit of improvement. I don't know.
Oh, it's about Jesse Pinkman. Oh, I know that's going to be good. I still
Who's
want
that
you.
about?
I still want you to click the link, Hoss. Here, I'm putting it in again, right under your name. Jesse Pinkman was in Breaking Bad.
Oh, I won't watch it then.
You didn't watch Breaking Bad?
No.
Dude, what the hell's wrong with you?
I'm just a degenerate scumbag, I guess.
I mean, you need to undegenerate scumbag yourself and watch Breaking Bad. That's the best show on TV that's not on TV anymore.
Well, I am going to hop off here, and before I go, I just want to say, go Vols, of course, and Keith, I don't know what we're going to do about our show, but we'll figure it out. We're going to have a little conference call tomorrow.
Yeah, we are, because this is getting redonkulous.
Redonkulous, and by the way, everybody in the comments, have a good night, and Mr. DJ David 20 loves Will Ferrell. Goodbye.
That is fake news.
Mr. Carter. Well, David, we'll just keep on jabbering for a while because I don't feel like getting off here.
Fine with that. I'm just prepping for my podcast tomorrow since I'm moving Tuesday.
Damn, man. You move more than I used to when I was your age.
Dude, I haven't moved in 2 years. I'm good now. Like, I stay put.
Oh,
I stay
okay.
put this time.
So apparently Hoss is going to decline to click on the link, or
he would.
He's clicking on the link. Damn, where'd you go, D4? I was going to put D4 in here. I got a feeling he had an opinion on some things. There we go. Come on, Billy. Damn it. Nope. Still no audio. Man, I don't know why, Billy, but I'm dying to know what you got to say. David, can you see Billy?
I can't hear Billy. I can see Billy. I can't hear Billy.
Doesn't he just look like he's got something great to say?
Yep.
Well, type it, Billy.
What's going on?
What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
brother?
Cutting that bright light off.
What
I've
are we
got a
gonna-
tripod. I've got a tripod, DJ Dave. When I was making videos, I was using it for like the last 2 seasons that I was making videos. So, but anyways,
I used,
We got
I used to get tired.
LT. Bet he smells like
so I
shit.
won't get on here and rub it in too much. But y'all hung in there a lot better than I thought you would. DVD.
Yeah, we did. Hang in there, David. I'll come back to you, okay? What's going on? Betsy smells like doo-doo.
What's going on, BVD?
Not much. Meet my good friend Hoss. Hoss, meet my other good friend Betsy smells like shit.
What's going on?
Oh, boss.
You guys actually kind of sound a little bit alike. Dave,
Yeah, I guess.
Betsy smells like shit was at the Betsy game Friday night. He surely understands why that loss hurt so bad.
That's probably the worst loss, even playing football all my life. It's the worst loss I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, see, so people just they're not going to get it. D4, they're not going to understand.
Well, you said there was a chance y'all could meet up with them again, though, right?
In the
Yes,
third round.
we got to win our first playoff game at home, and then most likely we'll definitely be going on the road. But in the second round, we most likely get to play those turds that talked so much shit last year that we beat the hell out of. So, you know, this could turn out to be a great thing. You know, to go on the road 2 weeks in a row and beat our two biggest rivals right now would just be epic. And then if we do that, then we're home for the semifinal matchup, whoever that may be.
Yeah, no matter what, semifinals have to come to East.
Yeah.
We'll just do like Bama did in 2011 and blank them like we did LSU in the championship game. So y'all can do that, right?
I don't know about blanking them.
I have my frustrations about this whole thing. I'm not going to air it on here.
Why not?
I do know that, you know, they
Okay. Change your voice and then air
that one line judge I know for a fact was a Elizabethan graduate, the one that didn't call holding all night long.
Is that the old man?
No, it's the fat guy on the sideline. His name's Jason. Yeah, I'm not gonna say his last name, but yeah, didn't call nothing all night long, and our ends were getting mugged.
Yeah, we were. Hoss, you know the old saying that holding could be called on every play.
Right.
There's a reason for that because they were holding on every play.
Oh,
And
man.
one was so bad. One of them was so bad. There was a photographer there that was kind of hanging beside me most of the night. He took a picture. He got a perfect snapshot of their, I guess he would be their right defensive. No, it was our left tackle that was getting held.
Oh.
And it was so blatant that the dude holding was literally hugging him. He had both arms all the way around him. I mean, it was bad. But you know what? That shit aside, we had a 21-7 lead with a minute left in the third quarter. We should have been able to hold that, and we didn't. So,
but moving on to college football, I do think that Tennessee showed a lot of improvement, and I think y'all got a puncher's chance in every game y'all got left.
Yeah. What do you think, Hoss?
I think y'all got a chance, but you know, y'all got the issues at QB, and you know, we've got our issues at QB, as you saw with the inexperience there.
Tua being soft as Charmin.
Well, he's had some issues, but
I'll tell you
I'm sure
this.
he'll get back in there if he can.
I would take what's his name? Mac. What's his last name?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Yeah.
I would take Mac Jones tomorrow, not knowing shit about how our offenses ran, and put him on our team and be happy.
If I was you, I'd take their punter.
Yeah. Why you been hiding that guy, Hoss?
Hey, if he's the walk on, I mean, I'm telling you, he should have had a scholarship already.
I know.
Kicking like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Speaking of walk-ons, remember the walk-on that used to play for Tennessee? He was a kicker, and they went and got him. They ran and got him at halftime. The dude was literally
I remember that.
taking a nap on his couch at the fraternity house.
Yeah.
That's got to be a
Yep.
first.
Yep. Could have been struggling and needed a last second Kansas.
Yeah,
when
I was thinking. I was gonna say, I was thinking when they showed Tua's parents going back to the locker room, she was gonna put some of that Hawaiian juju on him to fix him up.
So 3 weeks, somebody's saying there's no way he's going to be out for the LSU game.
No, he's not missing that game.
I would think he'd be back, but
If he misses that
Yeah.
game, y'all are gonna get boat raced.
What
it's
the
gonna
hell
be a
does
tough game. I'll admit it.
what does that mean? You're going to get boat raced?
Just, yeah, you're gonna get blew out.
Okay.
I would think that means they're gonna run off and leave us. Like they're just gonna keep scoring and we can't catch up. I guess.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean,
because that's the worst
every
Alabama defense I've seen in 10 years.
Our
Every boat
secondary
really
definitely a lot of youth there, but they gotta get in there and step up. You know, it's just part of it.
You remember my pick earlier in the season, BVD?
Oh shit.
for
LSU to win the national championship.
I don't remember that, but you're the one with the photographic memory, not me. Probably not very many people at the beginning of the season would have given you a nickel to bet on that, but right now it's looking like a pretty good call. I personally think Ohio State's going to win everything this year, unless it just absolutely falls apart. Because right now that team has, and I don't want to hear the shit about they don't play anybody. Right now that team looks like an absolutely perfect, well-oiled machine.
Yep.
But that could mean that their time's coming, because every team that's been that good so far this year has had a bad game or two. I think, except for maybe Oklahoma.
I was pumping Wisconsin's horn here, and then they go and lose to Illinois.
Yeah. Has Oklahoma had any scares this year other than Texas? I guess you could call that a scare, maybe.
No, they beat everybody by 30 plus.
Yeah, so right now it's looking like Ohio State and Oklahoma. The Oklahoma University and the Ohio State University.
Stop that.
No. Well, it's also the Oregon University.
Actually, it's the University of Oregon. Thank you.
Oh,
you know, Oregon is not going to be there for sure.
No, we'll go to the Rose Bowl and beat whoever we play, be it Wisconsin, Penn State, Michigan, somebody not named Ohio State. We'll beat whoever we play in the Rose Bowl.
You'll lose to Wisconsin.
No, we won't. No.
I'll probably have to pull the trigger on this guy very quick. But since we've gone past supposed stopping time, let's try it one more time and see what happens. Okay,
What are you
Mr. Nasty Boss TV.
What's up?
We're going to try it again.
Yeah, we got this.
All right. Got 5 people in here tonight. And if we can manage to do this without anybody talking over each other, we'll do well, won't we?
Yep.
All right. So let's do this. I'll go around the horn, starting from me to the right. Of course, you have to go that way because there's nobody to the left but Law Tide, and he's sitting in the living room. Hoss, who's winning the national championship this year?
Well, of course, I got to give Bama a shot, but if it's not us, I think that it could be either Clemson or Oklahoma right
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you again. Who's winning the national championship this year?
now. I got to go with the home team, man. Bama.
Okay. All right. D4,
LSU.
David,
Ohio State.
Zach,
LSU.
and right now I'm saying LSU. No, Ohio State. What the hell am I talking about? I was thinking OSU. Right now, yep. That should be interesting.
What happened to the other guy?
I don't know.
It's like he dipped out.
Let's
He didn't want to
see.
answer the question.
Yeah, he's like totally gone. So something bad must have happened. Let's see who this is. Mac Jones is the future.
Hello there.
What's happening?
I'm here to preach to you about Mac Jones. He's the future.
Preach to me.
Mac Jones is everything you want in a quarterback. He has arm talent. He's white. He's about 6'2".
Oh, God.
Yeah, I had my hand on the trigger.
Who was that guy?
Who's Mac
I
Jones?
have no idea.
Some dumbass, what it sounded like to me.
Well, no.
It's Mac Jones. I'm curious.
I'm Googling him right now.
Mac Jones, that's
He's the
the guy
backup
from Alabama.
He was the quarterback throwing to the Oompa Loompas from Willy Wonka. Did you see how low some of those passes were, though? I'm just having a bit of fun. But.
Yeah, I was hoping and praying he threw one right to us. Didn't we miss a bad throw of his?
There was one y'all could have had right there. But he's just got to get in there and learn, though. That's part of the game.
Does Tua have the same injury as last year?
I think it's the different ankle, but yeah, essentially the same injury, I think.
All right, I'm trying to come up with another round the horn question. Okay, here we go.
I got some for David.
Okay.
All right.
So, David, you think Georgia's going to make the playoffs?
No, I don't.
You think they have a chance?
Well, yeah, they have a chance. They only have one loss.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Florida's going to beat Georgia, honestly.
Ooh, I don't know.
All right, keep thinking that.
Hey, it's not that
Georgia
laughable, David.
Only scored 3 touchdowns against Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia's looking like ass right now.
Well, they'll get it together. I didn't say they were for sure going to make it. I just think anybody who thinks that they're completely, utterly done is stupid. They have a chance.
They've got a chance. I mean, Jim Carrey had a chance with Mrs. Samsonite.
They got a better chance than Oregon. I'll give them that.
Yo, Huskies, are you the guy that made that YouTube video when we lost to Georgia State?
No.
That's not him? Okay, all right.
No. David is an Oregon fan.
Yeah.
And
that sucks, man. You lost your first game.
I don't think he would intentionally pick on Tennessee unless they beat us again.
Yeah, that sucks that Tennessee loses every game ever. So,
see, now that was uncalled for, David. I just complimented you.
I know, but see, he wants to throw that smack around. He's going to get it. Tennessee is the fan base that should be doing the least amount of talking right now.
Yeah.
So do you think Oregon has a chance to make the playoffs?
No, but I never said that. I think we're going to go to the Rose Bowl and win.
Against who?
Against either Wisconsin, Penn State, or Michigan.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Penn State would beat Oregon.
Yeah? What bowl game's Tennessee going to go to?
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
that's right. I'm sorry. You lost to Georgia State. How about you don't tell me who has a good program?
Shots fired.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You want to get in here and run your mouth, you're going to take your licks. Georgia State and BYU, say hi.
Oh God! See what you did, Zach.
Talk shit about my program. I got plenty of ammunition on you, and I didn't want this. I like coming
Hell,
in here.
Vanderbilt has ammunition on us. I mean, let's
Right.
just remember
But
that.
why is Zach coming in here and shots fired at Oregon? I'm just like, that's the wrong program to pick on. We beat you twice, and not only beat you 59-14 in Autzen Stadium. Probably gave you the worst loss you've ever had as a program.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
It ain't the worst loss we've had.
I think Alabama holds that distinction too, probably.
Well, they've beaten you the most.
No, I think Georgia State holds that freaking distinction.
Now that was definitely the most embarrassing loss.
Really? Georgia State's the least embarrassing loss than
Most embarrassing.
Georgia State. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's right up there with Army, Rutgers.
And almost losing to Troy that one year when Duke.
Well, almost doesn't count.
No, I know.
And I'm sure there's some other really embarrassing. Sewanee beat us 100 and something to nothing. How about that? That was
How many years ago was
that was our first game ever.
Oh, okay.
So give me the 4 teams in the playoff, Hoss, and we'll go around the horn that way.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with Bama, Clemson, Oklahoma, and I'm going to say the surprise team, Houston.
Who's going to knock Ohio State out?
Wow, that's crazy.
Houston? Who's Houston played?
I'm scared to take any of these people in here that don't have their names.
Wait, they don't have their names?
Fields is laughing. That's got to be.
It's got to be Lou.
That's Mac Jones. Is that Mac Jones? He just changed.
Probably is.
He doesn't know how to cut his camera off. Rookie.
Hello.
Try again.
Mac Jones, the future.
No, this is Fields.
Let's have it, Fields. What's on your mind?
Yeah, he's laughing at Georgia right now.
This dude's a troll.
It's the same dude. I could see the lights in the background.
Hell, man.
Hey, he's trying, man. Dude's got resiliency, as Butch Jones would say.
He'll go make another account. He'll join.
Is he a great individual though, and does he have a lot of bricks to build off of?
This time he'll freaking use a real name or something. Yeah.
Probably got a 5-star heart.
Yeah.
David, I got a question for you. If Oregon played Auburn again, you think Oregon would win?
Absolutely. I'll play Auburn tomorrow in Auburn.
Well, I mean, let's face it, David. You ain't playing anybody anywhere.
I can.
I know.
We'll take Auburn tomorrow.
Oh, see, about 2 more seconds of that, Nasty, and you're getting the boot.
Sorry, I forgot to mute my mic.
Okay, thank you. Alfred the Savage. We got some cool names. Oh, gee, I wonder who Punisher Thunder is.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it just for the hell of it.
Oh, who's this dude?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, he's different.
Go ahead, Unabomber. You're on, Punisher.
Hey guys, I was going to chime in on those top 4 playoff teams you're talking about.
Go for it.
You're going to have Ohio State, Clemson, Oklahoma, and Alabama. LSU's not going to make it.
Who's going to beat them?
Alabama, right?
Alabama.
Oh, wait a minute.
It is at Alabama. So, I mean, yeah, there's a pretty good chance Alabama's going to beat LSU.
Yeah.
The Gators won't go all the way. I'm a Gator fan, but they won't.
No.
Georgia's trap game.
Wait, Haas, did Alabama did LSU score against Alabama last year?
I believe we held them scoreless last year. Yes.
And it was at LSU, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember that.
We should have somebody else wanting to get in here just any moment.
So do you think it's gonna be a field goal game, Haas?
No, I think that they've been talking loud, but I think it's going to be somewhere in the range of like a 2 to 3 score win either way.
All right, hang on.
All right.
We got 5 people in here right now, so this could get out of hand really quick, especially since Oni Kuno is one of the 5.
I gotta call you up on your personal number to get your ass to post the link.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Got all these people talking about my Sooners, and I can't get a word in. What's going on here?
But they're talking good.
I know, and I want to join in on the fun. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I didn't realize you were actually listening, but I understand.
Well, it was halftime, and I noticed you were streaming, so I figured I'd drop in and say hello. And I was pulling for you last night, man. I thought the stars and moons were aligning for you. All the right things were happening, regardless, and it's just only that could happen to Tennessee.
I know, but it was looking so good, wasn't it? I mean, there wasn't a Tennessee fan on the face of the planet giving us a chance going into that game.
It's David's turn.
And I was pulling for you.
It's David's turn.
David's turn.
Yeah.
I'll take Ohio State number 1, Clemson number 2. Man, now that I know that Bama game's in Bama, that might change a few things. So I'll take Bama number 3, and number 4 will be Oklahoma.
All right, Nasty.
I'm just gonna give my 4 teams. I'm not gonna give the rankings or any of that shit.
Yeah, just give the 4.
LSU, Oklahoma, Clemson, and I have Ohio State. Yeah.
Punisher.
Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, Oklahoma.
Kuno.
Oh, you want my 4?
Yeah.
No particular order. Bama, LSU, Ohio State, Oklahoma, because Clemson's going to drop a game to somebody, and they're going to be out.
Yeah, they're not looking too safe.
I mean, they're okay. They're winning comfortably in these games.
They played good against Louisville yesterday.
I mean, I would hope they would. I mean, you're supposed to, but they're going to drop a game. They're going to fuck up somewhere. And,
who though? I mean, that conference is so weak.
But that's the thing. It could be something stupid like Boston College, Wake Forest. But you know who's probably going to beat them? Honestly, South Carolina.
That would be fucked up.
Seriously, seriously. I mean, if anyone's going to beat them, it's probably going to be the Gamecocks.
Is that game at the Gamecocks or at Clemson?
I believe it's in Columbia. I believe. Not positive.
I mean, it's not far-fetched. I mean, they play them tough like more years than not, even lately, post-Spurrier, so.
We'll see.
I mean, Clemson and OU have no – unfortunately, they just don't have any room for error. We can't drop a game like we've had the past couple of years again, and we don't have the schedule like we've had recently. So it's just – but I think it's better than Clemson's, though. So.
Oh, yeah, I'd agree.
If it's between OU and Clemson, then you're going to have the argument, well, you can't leave the defending champions out, because that's going to be the tough thing to overcome. But
I would love to see the Tua versus Hurts show. I would love to see that game.
I think everybody wants to see that.
I would love to see the OU versus anybody in the playoff show. That's kind of what I'm rooting for. But if it happens to be that, then everyone wants to, put a big spotlight on those two. Great. I'm all for it. Just means my team's in the playoff.
Does anybody at this point have a chance of beating Ohio State in the regular season before? Wait a minute. And that includes championship game, SEC or conference championship game.
Sure.
Okay.
I have a question.
There's no reason Wisconsin can't beat them next week.
I was gonna say Wisconsin after they took an L to Illinois like that. I don't think so.
You hear it all the time. You hear it all the time. So and so was looking past so and so. Was Wisconsin looking past Illinois? You think?
Fuck yes, they were. Fuck yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a pretty good lead in that game, did they not?
Yeah, it was all right. It was just here's the thing, like
terrible clock management.
I mean, Baker Mayfield went up to Columbus and beat Ohio State, and like a week or two later, they lose at home to Iowa State. So
well, we got a new person.
Well, they do have Penn State coming up. Remember that on late November. Ohio State plays Penn State.
Yeah, that's going to be the big
game right there.
I have a question when y'all are ready for the board.
Okay, hang on, David. I'm going to do this. I'm going to dip out, and I'm going to let Matthew Moore in, and you ask your question.
All right.
Let's see.
I'll wait for Matthew to get in here. There's Matthew.
Hello.
I have a question for the board, Matthew, and we'll go around the board here. Oregon is on the brink of making the playoff or not. It's outside the discussion. So a lot of Oregon fans are asking other Oregon fans, would you rather make the Rose Bowl and probably win versus make the playoff and probably lose the semifinal game? So if you had to choose, they can take their own team into consideration. If you had the choice of going to a lesser bowl game and winning versus going to the semis and losing, which would you rather do?
Well, considering Oregon's already done it, I would probably take the bowl game win.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Rose Bowl win, but also I wouldn't mind going to the playoff. But I don't.
I mean, well, let's be honest. Each time Oregon gets into like a playoff or national championship, they somehow blow it.
Well, we won the Rose Bowl in 2014 against FSU, who won 29 straight, beat them 15.
And then you got your shit kicked in against Ohio State. So.
Well, it was a 1-point game going into the fourth quarter, so I don't think we.
And then you blew it against Auburn, and then.
Well, who's your team?
Yeah.
My team is Akron. I'm an Akron fan.
All right.
Nice.
Got the Zips.
The Zips, baby. Bring back Bowden.
So you're a Buckeye fan?
Nope, I'm a Zips fan.
All right, that was a question. And David, I'll bring you right back in. Matthew, can you back away from your mic a little bit?
I'm sorry.
Because when you cough or whatever, it just blasts us with headphones.
Oh wait, you can have 6 people in here. You're the host, you can't hear what we're saying. You can't talk.
Yeah, I can hear what you're saying, but when I'm out of the room, I can't talk. So this was an around the board question he asked. So David, if you can hear me, I'm gonna put you back in. No arguing, damn it. It's around the board question. Play nice. Can't ask somebody to answer a question and then argue with them.
Is he coming?
Well, Haas, it's on you.
Well, I say the goals you want to be in the playoffs. So even if you lose, at least you made it. You're one of the top 4 teams. So I'm gonna say you want to go for the playoff even if you lose.
I agree with Haas. The playoffs is the dream for any college football team, making the playoffs. So yeah, that'd probably be the playoffs. All right, it's David's turn.
Well, I would probably rather. I'm going to say Rose Bowl just because I don't want to get to a playoff and play Bama or Ohio State and lose 75-0.
You got booted.
Nasty, please mute your mic if you're chewing. Oh, he backed out.
Oh,
you want to go to the playoffs? Because with the playoffs, you get a lot of exposure.
I actually booted him out.
You get all that recruiting. Kids see that. They want to go to the playoffs.
Is that Kuno talking? I could barely hear him.
No, it's not me.
No, that was Matthew. Go ahead, Kuno, if you haven't answered it yet.
Oh, is it my turn? So the question is whether I would rather have my team compete in the college football playoff for the national championship and potentially lose, or I could be a pussy and want to play in a New Year's Six game that doesn't matter anymore because I'm
I
afraid.
think we know your answer anyway. Go ahead.
Let me see here. Yeah, I would like to go to the college football playoff and try to win a championship, even if they go down in flames, because that's the goal.
That wasn't the question, though.
Yes, it was.
No, he said,
Would
you
you
like
rather
to go and lose in the semifinals?
Well, that's what we've been doing the past few years anyway, so that's what I'm going to stick with. I mean,
Okay.
now we got a little bit better defense this year, so
It's been working for you.
Yeah, I'm a huge Alex Grinch fan at the moment.
Not everybody can be as good and consistent as Tennessee is.
That's right. That's what we strive to be. We
consistently disappointing.
We hope to one day expand our stadium to 100,000 and send them home unhappy like every year. That's what we strive for.
Oh man, somebody needs to mute their mic. Anyway, I guess that brings us to Punisher. Did you answer the question?
No, I didn't.
I'd say I'd just rather go to the playoffs because you get a lot of recruiting for recruiting exposure. Recruits want to see that, everything that comes with it, even if you do lose, but at least it shows that you can get to that point. So it would help recruiting. So I'd go with the playoffs.
It sounds like about 50-50. I think. I don't know.
I think I'm the only one that picked the bowl game.
Why is that, David?
I don't know. Maybe it's part of going to the national championship game in 2014 and losing 42-20. That might have something to do with it. Maybe it just I would just rather have a better chance at winning a Rose Bowl and a New Year's Six Bowl versus going to a playoff that we're probably don't have the horses to win. So
well, honestly, I think it's
basically he's just tired of being disappointed.
I think it's because Pac-10 fans and Big Ten fans have this fixation on the Rose Bowl being this magical, great, wonderful, granddaddy piece of shit when it doesn't mean anything until it's part of the playoff system. That's just my opinion. I mean, so my answer to that question would be, I just want to win a damn game.
Yeah.
I don't care which game it is. It can be next week against South Carolina. Just give me a W.
And yeah, I am pretty tired of being disappointed since 2014. We really haven't done anything. So yeah, 5 years sucks. I can't imagine.
Oh man, 5 years. Man, you've been a long suffered. Keith, he's been suffering for 5 years, Keith.
I know.
That's 5 years, Keith. He's been suffering.
It's terrible. I feel for you, David.
Thanks.
Let's get Scott in here and talk about the 5 years he's been suffering. You see his video today?
Yeah, I did see the video today. Those never get old. Those Scott videos are great.
Miami hasn't done shit since 2002, and it's like, 5 years.
Yep.
You're at least in the top fucking 10 or whatever the fuck it is right now.
We're technically number 11, but yeah.
Oh, what the fuck ever.
All right, Lou. I'm part of this panel here, jackass.
Did he say
I would bring Uncle Lou in here, but everybody else would leave.
I would stay. You could even kick me out for a minute and bring him in here. He probably just has something quick to say.
Nah, I'm just fucking with him for his comment in the chat. Sorry, Lou, we don't all get 300 people into our live streams. Anyway, if this panel is such a bowl full of idiot soup, why the hell are you here watching? Just curious. Yeah, okay.
40 plus years will do that to you. He's probably got,
Anybody got any mind-numbing panel questions? I mean, we got 6 people in here.
Yes, actually, I do.
Can't hear each other talk now. Everybody shut up.
Question. Has anybody noticed how Jake Fromm's hairline has consistently receded the 3 years he's been at Georgia? I mean, it's a stress of loosening all that much and stroking that much, just stressing them out.
Well, nobody's answered.
Come on, guys.
Tend to look I don't tend to look too closely at people like that, so I don't know. It's
They're
kind of
pretty
an odd
sexy.
question.
I'll be looking.
There you go. Got the winning cup there.
Blurred out by a big a-hole.
I was gonna say, it's appropriate that if Tua's gonna get hurt like he did last night, you go next week and you play the worst fucking team in the SEC, who you could probably just, sneeze and that fucking.
Hey. Arkansas was not in that game last night.
No. I'm talking about next week. Talking about next week. You get Tennessee and Arkansas back to back, and then you get a bye week in hopes that you will get him.
I gotta blow your nose.
That's 3 weeks off right there. Tennessee, Arkansas, and bye. That's 3 weeks off.
I was trying to think of something along those lines, like, the bye week will probably be their hardest week to get through.
Yeah, Saban will have them running stairs the whole week.
So Tua's got 2 bionic ankles now, so he'll have to be ready to go.
Dude, please blow your nose.
Blake West says Hoss looks like a guy. What did it say?
I'll lay off, Hoss.
No, Hoss looks like a guy looking for a girlfriend on the dating site. It's because of it's because of the dim light
and the glasses.
I don't know what the glasses has to do with it.
Swipe backwards.
We can't all have Prince Valiant hair like you, DJ Dave.
Oh, thank you for noticing. I appreciate that.
Is Hoss a portrait, or is that actually him? You haven't moved for 5 minutes, Hoss. You okay?
I'm just sitting here.
Okay.
Man's relaxing, having a good time.
Why the hell's everybody picking on Hoss? Because I guarantee you he's the nicest guy here.
And that's why they're picking on him.
One of Haas's most famous videos was in my recommendations today. It was the one where you recorded the kick six and you had to explain to your nephew that yes, you can return a missed field goal.
Right.
And I was like, I had to watch that for old time's sake because there's like a million of those videos, but I love that one the most because like God bless your nephew, he just didn't want to accept the fact that that's how that shit ended.
Right.
It's a field goal. You can't do that. And you're just like, yes.
Yes, you can. Put somebody back there.
I mean, I can understand if you were that young and had never seen anything like that before. I can understand why you'd think that was like what's going on?
Let's see, that GJ, that GJ is the worst. I think he's trying to say Jarrett Garantano is the worst quarterback ever or something like that.
You should see some 90s OU quarterbacks.
Yeah, we all have our share of shit quarterbacks. I see your lips moving, LT, but I can't hear you. These are...
Can't hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah.
Jonathan Crompton was the worst quarterback ever played at Tennessee.
No, he wasn't. He had a couple good games. Jarrett Garantano is shaping up as the worst quarterback to start a game at Tennessee in a long time. Justin Worley, Nathan Peterman. We've had some pretty. It's a long list of shitty quarterbacks we've had.
Is there an update on your guy?
Freddie Kitchens.
Maurer.
Yeah, Maurer. Is there an update?
He's got a headache. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. That's what they used to call those back in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never personally had a concussion. Have any of you guys?
I think I got.
Yeah,
I had one in the Army, so that was not fun.
What's it feel like besides, I'm sure it hurts.
You mean you're disoriented, you feel a little dizzy, and
usually there's a space of time that you cannot remember.
Mm-hmm.
So the pain doesn't come from the concussion; it comes from getting the concussion.
Yeah, just they're not all the same. If that makes sense, they just
supposed to be around like bright lights,
LT.
loud
Yeah.
noises. You're supposed to stay inside.
I had a lot of dizziness after mine.
Thankfully, the medic we had was smart enough to realize that I shouldn't be moving around or doing some shit for a little bit. So
BBD's got a pussy on camera.
That's Law Tide's orange and white George.
That's Tabby Cat. Tabby Cat.
Cat's a freak. It's damn, it's almost 11 o'clock. I guess I'm gonna
wrap it up.
Shut her down.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back and finish watching this ass whooping the Cowboys giving the Eagles. So.
Hey Kuno, hang on. Do you ever talk to Matt?
To
Matthew.
who?
Matthew, is that his name? Matt.
You mean like Crusader?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I haven't really talked to him in a little bit. Why? What's up?
I'm just curious how he's doing. I haven't seen him make a video or anything like that lately. So.
Yeah, you know, like the whole, I don't know, like the whole TTC thing. It's like, you know, it's not really. I mean, there's still some people doing it, but like a lot of people have moved on or do other things.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's kind of dead at this point.
I meant just on a personal level. I mean, I don't know how well you know him, but
I think we're friends on Facebook, but I haven't seen anything big. I think he pops up for the OU Texas game once in a while, and we'll say something to each other. But that's about it. That's about it.
All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna
shut her down.
Shut her down. So guys,
all right. Have a good one.
Yep. Hope everyone has a great Sunday. What's left of it, which on the East Coast is about an hour and 15 minutes. Everywhere else is about an hour on top of that, or two. So anyway, thanks everybody. It's a lot of fun tonight. A lot of people. It's always fun when there's a lot of people in here. So we're gonna cut her down, shut her down, and get on out of here. Y'all have a great night. Even better tomorrow.